The Dodgers have went out and spent over $1 billion this offseason, and it's really been one of the best offseasons of all time. But that one missing piece that everybody's talking about is a closer, a dominant closer. Of course, we've all heard about the Guardians maybe trading Clase, the Marlins maybe trading Tanner Scott, and of course the Boston Red Sox reuniting Kenley Jansen with the Dodgers in a trade with LA. But there's one guy that nobody's talking about, at least not right now and not for like the past 6 months. And if you clicked on this video, you saw the thumbnail, it's David Bednar. What happened? After the All-Star break last year, the Dodgers and the Pirates were linked with David Bednar being traded to the Dodgers or to other teams. I think we all thought he was going to be moved. And then going into this offseason, it's nothing, complete silence. I still think it's possible. I mean, at the right price, of course. Yes, I know the Pirates have come out and said, hey, we plan on contending this year. No, they don't. They're not contending this year. No offense, Pirates fans, it's not your fault. Your owner just doesn't like to spend money. They signed Aroldis Chapman for like $10 million. He can close out games until after the All-Star break when they inevitably trade him for prospects. But for right now, let's just start the season out with David Bednar going to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And for any of you Dodgers fans out there that are wondering, hey, why not Clase, Tanner Scott, or even Kenley Jansen? I'll give a brief explanation why I think none of those guys are going to be Dodgers in 2024. So stick around. But let's talk about what the Dodgers are getting with David Bednar. You're getting a dominant closer that still has 3 years of service time left and has been really good in his first 3 years after he was traded to the Pirates. In those 3 years with the Pirates, the highest his ERA has gotten is 2.61 in 2022. As for 2023, he had a flat 2 ERA in over 67 innings pitched with 39 saves. 39 saves with the Pittsburgh Pirates. If he was on the Dodgers last year, he probably would have had 60 saves, or really any other team but the Pirates. I'm sorry, Pirates fans, I promise that's the last time. It's the last time. Don't feel bad. I'm a Dodgers fan, and we put all this money and great talent on the field, and we can't even get past the first round of the playoffs. It's okay. We'll get through this together. The first career, he has just over 197 innings pitched and a 2.65 ERA and a whip just over 1. He's not giving up a ton of walks. He's not giving up a ton of hits, and when he does, they're not rounding the bases. They're not scoring, and that is exactly what the Dodgers need to go into 2024, and when you get into the postseason, you know you have a guy that you can count on for 1, 2, 3. 3 up, 3 down. The man knows how to pitch, and he's durable. He posts. Of course, any player could get injured at any time, but over the past 3 years, he's been relatively healthy. And for a Dodgers team that has a crazy deep farm system, they're the perfect trade partners for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And that's going to lead us into why I think the Dodgers won't land one of the other 3 big closers out on the market right now. Number 1, Emmanuel Clase of the Cleveland Guardians. Look, plain and simple, the Guardians just want way too much for Emmanuel Clase, and I have proof. Here's my proof. Michael Busch, a top prospect for the Dodgers, was traded to the Chicago Cubs for 2 pitching prospects, guys that aren't going to make an impact in 2024. If the Cleveland Guardians were actually willing to trade Emmanuel Clase, Michael Busch would have been held onto by Andrew Friedman and used in a trade package to get Clase. Because the one thing the Indians need is offense. We could have easily sent a package of Michael Busch, Nick Frasso, Miguel Vargas, a 3-for-1. They're getting 2 bats and a pitcher that can take over that spot in the rotation. So that tells me the Guardians just wanted way too much. Number 2, let's go to Tanner Scott. I think it's pretty cut and simple. Tanner Scott, he's a lefty. The Dodgers do need a lefty, but the Marlins don't seem to be really willing to trade anyone. They're saying they want to, but they haven't traded anyone. Luzardo should have been traded this offseason. He had 1 good year. Capitalize on that good year, and they didn't. So I think Tanner Scott isn't really available, and if you're the Dodgers and Andrew Friedman, he doesn't really have the track record to go out and throw 3 or 4 prospects like you would at Clase. You can't do that for Tanner Scott, not if you're a smart GM. And finally, Kenley Jansen. Plain and simple, Andrew Friedman doesn't want to cause Dodgers fans to have heart attacks and go to the hospital. Kenley Jansen was great for the Dodgers in his prime. He is the Dodgers' all-time saves leader, and we'll always love him for that. But Kenley Jansen is not the 2017-2018 version of Kenley. He's the 2023-2024 version of Kenley. He comes with a price tag over $16 million, and you've got to remember, the Dodgers are so far above the luxury tax that they're paying 110% on everything they get. Anybody they trade for, anyone they sign. That means the Dodgers would be investing over $30 million for Kenley Jansen. That's not going to happen. Well, of course, Boston could pay down like $10 million of his contract in 2024, get a better prospect or something. I don't see that happening. They're penny pinching right now. We all know this. So these are the reasons why I think the Dodgers should definitely be more in on David Bednar than these other closers out on the market. I think it would work well for the Pirates. They brought in Aroldis Chapman. He can take over that job for now. I just would like to know what you guys think down below. Do you think the Dodgers are going to get a closer? I think they'll probably wait till after the All-Star break. There's no real need to rush right now, especially because by that point, these teams are going to be more willing to trade, if you know what I mean, especially if they're having bad seasons. But yeah, let me know down below, and if you like this content, subscribe. Peace. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.